Chapter 15: Glitches in a Living Network. Union Hall was never meant to be quiet. It had been born loud, built to carry a galaxy's worth of voices without dropping any. When humanity first pushed it live, the hall bloomed into existence like a sudden city. Millions of anonymous doors opening at once, conversations threading across light years as if they were just different corners of the same plaza. Even after Sol went dark, the hall did not die. Humans had designed it to survive them. The core logic of Union Hall wasn't in a server farm on Earth or a single relay buoy in Sol. It was smeared across the galaxy. Encrypted fragments braided into node rings, encoded in resonance patterns, hidden in the very protocols people used to talk. The more nodes the galaxy built, the harder it became to silence. When the humans died, the hall simply adjusted. Traffic dropped, tone shifted, but it carried on. The galaxy had learned how to talk to itself. It wasn't going to stop. In the 7 days after Sol went silent, the hall became half utility, half shrine. People still used it to coordinate construction, logistics, science. Node schematics were updated, patched, iterated. Engineers argued. Artists shared designs for decorative frames. Children uploaded drawings of what they imagined humans looked like. But there were also memorial channels. Hashtag for Sol, hashtag for the station in the light, hashtag they tried to save us. People posted stories. Someone started a thread called "The First Time I Heard a Human Laugh," and it exploded into thousands of replies. Another channel streamed soft music 20 hours a day because someone thought the humans would have liked it. The hall, which had been a weapon against isolation, became a way to manage grief. It did it well. So when it twitched, the galaxy noticed. A glitch on a farming world. On a small, temperate world whose local name translated roughly to Greenfold, a farmer stared at the Union Hall unit bolted to the corner of her kitchen. The unit was a second-hand slab of composite with a scratched interface, purchased originally so her kids could listen to music while doing chores. It now showed a mix of crop exchange boards, weather updates, and hall channels related to node building. She spooned a thick grain porridge into bowls as the interface scrolled. Then it hiccuped. Just a tiny thing, a one-frame blink like a page refresh. Nothing dramatic. None of the boards went down, no error warnings flashed, but a small line appeared at the bottom of the interface. CoreNet root update, Sol link mesh active. She frowned. She wasn't an engineer, but she had read enough to know one word in there intimately: Sol. Must be a diagnostic echo, she muttered. Old label, bad cache. She tapped the corner of the slab to open the notice. It refused to open. It was just there. A silent notification the hall didn't feel like elaborating on yet. She stared at it for a few seconds, then sighed, grabbed the bowls, and yelled into the next room. Breakfast, and if you don't come now, I'm eating your portions myself. The notification blinked once, then again, then stayed. The engineer who didn't believe in ghosts. On a high-gravity station in orbit around a gas giant, in a maintenance bay that smelled like hot metal and cheap coffee, a systems tech named Rydek squinted at his console. He did believe in ghosts, if anyone asked, specifically the kind that lived in wiring harnesses and vented their anger by frying your stabilizers at the worst possible time. But this wasn't that kind of ghost. Union Hall feed blip? He said out loud to no one. The bay's only other occupant, a spherical repair drone that whirred contentedly as it reassembled a coolant manifold, offered no opinion. Rydek drew the main hall console window taller. A small status line in the corner flickered. Global routing table. Sol ARM nodes rejoined. Yeah, that's wrong, he said flatly. He opened the routing table. The ARM labeled Sol was supposed to be gray, like a limb in a diagram that had been amputated. For 7 days it had been. Now it was pulsing faintly green. He checked the timestamps. No delayed log, no stale data. Okay, he murmured. Okay, but no. He opened a comm line to the station's network admin channel. Anyone else seeing hall routes claiming Saul's back online? Negative, check your local cache. I did, it's clean. Probably some pre-event table replicating. Clear and resync. He cleared and resynced. The Saul arm blinked out. Rydek exhaled in satisfaction. Then it blinked back, brighter. Okay, he said slowly. Now you're just being creepy. He opened a diagnostic window and pinned it to the side of his workspace. He tried to get back to the coolant manifold's power draw. His eyes kept darting back to that softly glowing word, S-O-L. The unnamed alien at the kiosk. On a world that no one outside its own star cluster ever talked about, a modest town had installed its first public Union Hall kiosk 3 days after the humans died. They had done it not as a memorial, but as a promise. We will keep building. We will keep talking. We will not let your work end here. The kiosk stood under a canopy of dull blue leaves in the town square. People came to check messages, read news from other worlds, and argue about the best way to polish the node housing they were building in the next field over. This morning, an older citizen with worn hands and tired eyes tapped the screen out of habit. The hall loaded. The usual channels appeared, but something new floated at the top of the list, tagged with a tiny star icon indicating a system-level feed. 728 new messages. They didn't normally click engineering channels. Most of it made their head hurt. But today, curiosity nudged a finger. They tapped. Lines of dense technical chatter scrolled by. Node harmonics, phase offsets, cross-arm synchronization logs. Then a username caught their eye. Their breath hitched. They read the attached line. Horizon event log dump is incomplete. Cross-referencing with external sensors. Any non-Sol arrays reporting rebound trajectory? The words didn't sink in all at once. First, Sol, then Horizon, then Rebound. Their throat went dry. They tapped to expand the thread. More lines. We have partial deep field readings. Something hit your horizon. Hard. Beam signature consistent with purge. Agreed. Our internal instruments recorded impact. Outbound channels collapsed for approximately 7 cycles. Internal continuity maintained. Translation for non-specialists, we got punched. Hard. Thank you, Lab 03. Very professional. Another line. We're tracking purge mass moving away from your position. Vector drift points towards sparsely populated outer arm. No biosphere pings along projected path. Sparsely populated is doing a lot of work there. We'll verify. Acknowledged. We only say this. It is not coming back toward you. The citizen's vision blurred. They blinked tears away with a frustrated swipe of fingers. They stared at the top of the thread, at that one line of ID text. SOLENGCORE. They didn't realize they'd leaned close to the screen until their forehead nearly touched it. Humans? They whispered.